Minister Narendra Modi has asked the entire country to observe Janta Curfew on Sunday. In his 30-minute address to the nation, he urged all people, barring those in essential services, to stay in their houses on 22nd of March, Sunday, from 7 in the morning to 9 p.m. to minimize social interaction. Calling for resolve and restraint to fight coronavirus, Prime Minister Modi asked people to stay indoors and work from home as much as possible for the next few weeks. Highlighting the scale of the challenge, Prime Minister Modi said that complacency in the current situation is not appropriate and it is essential for every citizen to remain alert and cautious.
जनता कर्फ्यू यानी जनता के लिए जनता द्वारा खुद पर लगाया गया कर्फ्यू 22 मार्च रविवार को सुबह 7 बजे से रात 9 बजे तक सभी देशवासियों को जनता कर्फ्यू का पालन करना है। इस जनता कर्फ्यू के दरमियान कोई भी नागरिक घरों से बाहर न निकले, न सड़क पे जाए, न मोहल्ले में या सोसाइटी में इकट्ठे हो, अपने घरों में ही रहें। हमें ये संकल्प लेना होगा कि हम स्वयं संक्रमित होने से बचेंगे और दूसरों को भी संक्रमित होने से बचाएंगे। साथियों, इस तरह की वैश्विक महामारी में एक ही मंत्र काम करता है, हम स्वस्थ तो जग स्वस्थ, हम स्वस्थ तो जग स्वस्थ। दूसरी अनिवार्यता है, वो है संयम। और संयम का तरीका क्या है? भीड़ से बचना, घर से बाहर निकलने से बचना। हमारा संकल्प और संयम इस वैश्विक महामारी के प्रभाव को कम करने में बहुत बड़ी भूमिका निभाने वाला है कि हमारे परिवार में जो भी सीनियर सिटीजन्स हो, 60-65 वर्ष की आयु के ऊपर के व्यक्ति हो, वो आने वाले कुछ सप्ताह तक घर से बाहर न निकलें। हमें ये संकल्प लेना होगा।
Prime Minister Modi urged people to avoid panic buying and not hoard essential things, including medicines. He also asked people to be sensitive to the economic interests of the people providing services and not cut their salaries if they are unable to work. He also announced setting up of a task force under Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, which will take necessary actions in the near future after analyzing the coronavirus pandemic situation.
संकट के इस समय में मेरा देश के व्यापारी जगत, उच्च आय वर्ग से भी आग्रह है कि अगर संभव है तो आप जिन जिन लोगों से सेवाएं लेते हैं, उनके आर्थिक हितों का ध्यान रखें। हो सकता है आने वाले कुछ दिनों में ये लोग दफ्तर न आ पाएं, आपके घर न आ पाएं। ऐसे में उनका वेतन न काटें, पूरी मानवीयता के साथ, संवेदनशीलता के साथ फैसला ले। हमेशा याद रखिएगा, उन्हें भी अपना परिवार चलाना है, अपने परिवार को बीमारी से बचाना है। कोरोना महामारी से उत्पन्न हो रही आर्थिक चुनौतियों को ध्यान में रखते हुए सरकार ने, भारत सरकार के वित्त मंत्री के नेतृत्व में, फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर के नेतृत्व में सरकार ने एक कोविड-19 इकोनॉमिक रिस्पांस टास्क फोर्स, इसके गठन का फैसला लिया है। ये टास्क फोर्स सारे स्टेक होल्डर से नियमित संपर्क में रहते हुए, फीडबैक लेते हुए, हर परिस्थिति का आकलन करते हुए निकट भविष्य में फैसले लेगी। ये टास्क फोर्स ये भी सुनिश्चित करेगी कि आर्थिक मुश्किलों को कम करने के लिए जितने भी कदम उठाए जाएं, उन पर प्रभावी रूप से अमल हो। हमें ये संकल्प
And Prime Minister Narendra Modi lauded the hard work of medical professionals, sanitation staff, airline crews, delivery persons and media personnel. He asked people to express gratitude to them by giving them a 5-minute standing ovation at 5 p.m. on Sunday by clapping hands, beating plates or ringing out bells.
जनता कर्फ्यू के दिन शाम को ठीक 5 बजे हम अपने घर के दरवाजे पर खड़े होकर या बालकनी में या खिड़कियों के सामने खड़े होकर 5 मिनट तक रविवार को शाम को 5 बजे 5 मिनट तक ऐसे लोगों का आभार व्यक्त करें। और आभार कैसे व्यक्त करेंगे? ताली बजा करके, थाली बजा करके, घंटी बजा करके हम उनके प्रति अपनी कृतज्ञता व्यक्त करें, उनका हौसला बढ़ाएं, उनको सैल्यूट करें। पूरे देश के स्थानीय प्रशासन से भी मेरा आग्रह है कि 22 मार्च को 5 बजे सायरन की आवाज से इसकी सूचना लोगों तक पहुंचाए।
The Prime Minister's 30-minute address came hours after the government announced a new set of restrictions, including a ban on international flights from Sunday for a week. The government also urged people to work from home and also advised those below 10 years and above 65 years of age to stay home. This has confirmed number of cases in the country rose to 195, which includes 171 active cases and 4 deaths. India remains at stage 2 of the outbreak, which means that the spread is through local transmission, which can be traced. The Health Ministry said there is no evidence of community transmission yet, in which it is hard to tell how the patient contracted the virus. Meanwhile, schools, colleges, theatres, malls and shopping areas have been shut down in large parts of the country. Religious gatherings and weddings have been put off. Railways and civil aviation have also been asked to suspend all the concessional travel except for students, patients and Divyang category. The government has banned the export of all ventilators, surgical or disposable masks and textile raw materials used for making masks and coveralls with immediate effect. Meanwhile, 60 Indian students stranded at the Singapore International Airport arrived at the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj International Airport on Thursday night. Most of the students are pursuing medical course in the Philippines. They went to Singapore but had to spend about 1.5 days there as no flight was available for them to return to India. The Ministry of External Affairs said that the next batch of Indians stranded in the coronavirus Italy is expected to be evacuated over the weekend. And let's talk about the situation worldwide. Well, there have been more than 220,000 cases of coronavirus worldwide and more than 9,000 people are dead. The grim figures come hours after China marked a major milestone in the battle to limit the spread, as it reported no new locally transmitted coronavirus case for the first time since the pandemic began. The Chinese health authorities said that on Friday it received the reports of 39 new confirmed cases of coronavirus disease, but all of them were imported ones. The number of cases in China is more than 81,000. Meanwhile, Italy surpassed China for the most number of deaths related to coronavirus, making it the world's deadliest center of the outbreak. The number of deaths in Italy reached 3,405 on Thursday, which is 156 more than China's total. Meanwhile, a lockdown imposed on 12th of March in Italy has been extended beyond the original 25th of March end date. Nearly all Italians have been told to stay home. In the US, the virus has claimed 200 lives and infected 13,678 people. California issued a stay-at-home order to the residents, and the US has also called off this year's G7 summit, which had been scheduled for the month of June. Meanwhile, Iran also detected 1,046 new cases on Thursday, bringing the total to 18,407. And Russia also registered its first coronavirus death. Meanwhile, United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres warned on Thursday that millions of people could die from the new coronavirus, particularly in poor countries, if it is allowed to spread unchecked.